Another topic that you hear about often is people claiming that they've earned commissions in cases where they're not getting paid commissions.
Right.
What's a scenario of that?
There's a couple of different scenarios that you can envision, and that was the second topic that we wanted to discuss, which is if you have and normally you have a transactional broker arrangement. If as a broker you are in that situation and you wind up saying not being the broker anymore, your exclusive listing agreement were to expire, then the seller winds up selling the property to the buyer that you had brought into the mix. And you say, well, wait a minute, you've done this outside of, you waited until my listing agreement expired, you did this outside of the agreement, and now you're kind of cheating me on the commission. So what do? You have to prove later as the broker that you were what we call the procuring cause. That if it hadn't been for you as the broker, the buyer would have never gotten together with the seller. So how do you prove that? Again, documentation. If you have something on your calendar, if you have photos, if you've got emails, then you can show that you as the broker or as the agent, introduced the prospective buyer to that seller. Then your listing agreement expires, and the seller waits for that to happen and then contacts the buyer or vice versa. You're able to then assert your rights and say, I brought this prospective buyer to the mix before the expiration of that contract.
So it really still comes back to the same two things. It comes down to education, knowing what's right, what's wrong, and what your responsibilities are, and documentation so you can prove that you did everything you were supposed to do and the proper agreements were in place.